What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play Wolf, and now we go to our series here on the Surviving Bedrock. Now, as you can tell, we're over here at our massive sort of hostile and passive mob farm. Hopefully I won't die. And we've actually ended up in a thunderstorm. So, yeah, I'm over here, and the reason how comes there's been a lack of episodes is purely because all the spare time that I've been able to play, I have been spent over here, and it's just been the major grindy works of it. And I honestly have no idea how animals are making their way onto this bit, because there's no grass or dirt here that I know of. So I'm fairly sure that they can spawn on wood by the looks of it. But yeah, as you can see so far, I have completely leveled the area. Well, that was close. I've completely leveled the area in 6 chunk radius, going every single direction from the center chunk, and after leveling it all and sort of making sure it's the same height all the way around, I then went around and replaced all of the stone and andesite and granite with dirt blocks, so then it will turn to grass, and I'm just waiting for that to spread at the moment. We're not going to be spending the episode doing this. I wasn't even planning on doing an episode today, but the updates just come out, and I really want to get my hands on some of the, well, on the scaffolding blocks, and that's because they're not quite practical in use, but as opposed to having to use dirt and netherrack for scaffolding around buildings, which I tend to do quite a lot, it would actually come quite in handy to have that. Sorry about that quick break. I've been waiting for deliveries all day, and they decided to show up just as I'm recording. It's coming up to Christmas time. I've got a load of stuff waiting to be delivered. I sort of hang about all day waiting for the door to knock. As soon as I click record, someone starts knocking. So yeah, we're going to see if we could turn one of these pigs into a zombie pigman, or just kill myself. No, kill the pig and injure myself. Do you reckon that's because I've got the impaling 5 on here? That could well be it. Are you going to die as well? No, but we had no lightning strike, but come on. Oh, there we go. I swear that pig died before he turned into a zombie pigman. I forgot that you could actually do that. I was hoping for a creeper, but because it's not night time, it's just a storm, so I don't think creepers can actually spawn. So get up a bit higher. Yeah, so as I was saying before I get too sort of sidetracked, I've sort of leveled it all out, put all down the grass and the dirt, so it's turning into grass in some patches, like over there still. And then I done a 2 high perimeter wall all the way around it. Now this is ready for our layer of glass to go on. But what I'm going to be doing is, after doing the bits and pieces today, and after I've gathered all of the glass and smelted, or gathered the sand, smelted it into glass, I will be making a backup before I progress any further with this project. And that is purely because I honestly have no idea if this whole type of mob farm is going to work the way that I want it to do, or the way that I want to do it. So on the off chance that it doesn't actually work, and it just ends up being a complete and utter fail, I would really like to utilise this area for something else. That we could probably move our new industrial area that I actually want to build over here if this mob farm doesn't work, because that would actually come quite in handy, considering that we've got our sort of ticking range completely marked out and it's all flattened, so building farms and whatnot around here would be an absolute cinch with the way it is now. But yeah, that's just in case it doesn't work. So what I will be doing after gathering the sand, smelting it all up, because we can always use glass on other projects to have it on hand if this doesn't work, I can just revert back. So after I've done all the glass on that, I will be making a backup, and then the only thing I will be working on is this farm, and that is hopefully going to be the episode after this one, which I'm hoping to be able to get out to you probably next week, fingers crossed, which I think is the last week before Christmas. Otherwise it will be coming out on Christmas Day, because I really want to get this project done with. It's one of them ones that is just really sort of time consuming, and once it's up and running, and hopefully fingers crossed it comes out working well, I really have no idea how these animals are getting up here. Yeah, if it does come out well, then we'll have all the mob drops that we could ever wish for, including the gunpowder, which is how comes I'm using the Riptide to actually get about, because gunpowder is extremely scarce for me at the moment. But yeah, moving on to today's sort of episode. Initially, I was going to do a sort of gap filler episode of doing a Christmassy build, but then I thought about it to do a Christmassy build and then to sort of build something in one episode, you never to see it again, and then me have to tear it down like in a week or two. Just really didn't seem worthwhile to fill an episode with. But now that the updates come out, which I definitely was not expecting, I actually want to go ahead and try to find some bamboo. Now, unfortunately, bamboo forests have not been implemented in, not that I saw in the change logs. So that is highly unfortunate, because that would have been nice to sort of go around and try to find one. At the moment, I believe the only way of getting bamboo is through chests in mine shafts or mob spawner chests. Really, guy? Go away. Oh, there's little ones. Can we get some magma slimes? Nope. Ouch. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the only way of getting bamboo, I believe, is through the loot chests, and we need to find some, and the only way that I can think of finding, that's not the one I want to go to. I want to find our penta spawner, because that leads on to like an infinite mine shaft. That's desert and savannah. And yeah, so if we go down there, if we just sort of trek out a ways, oh, how is that I'm getting so lost? If we just trek out quite far away from where our actual penta spawner is, there's a load of that mine shaft which has not been generated in this current world at the moment. So if we generate that, it should generate chests with the new loot tables in. Now, I'm not sure if they can add loot into chests sort of like backdating it. So if you haven't opened the loot chest or a chest in a mob spawner or a mine shaft, if they introduce something in the new loot table, or is the loot already generated when the chest is generated, if that box or chest is loaded, is what I'm trying to say, I think. Is this the way that we're trying to go? This one that isn't marked, so I think it is this one. So either that or going to end up in the middle of nowhere, because this one isn't marked. I really need to do something for my nether as well. I've been putting that off ever since I first went into the nether. Yeah, this is our penta spawner. And I also need to do the penta spawner. I need to decorate this. So there's lots of sort of jobs that need to be done here. Okay, zombies, you're going to have to shut up. So, oh yeah, there's one thing that they sort of glossed over in the sort of, whatchamacallits, the changelog for the update. And one of them is one that I'm surprised it's taken them so long to implement this into even the console or Bedrock editions, and that is just a crafting recipe to turn ice into packed ice. Now, when packed ice was initially introduced in in the Java edition, they introduced the recipe to turn ice into packed ice. It's been what, about a year and a half, 2 years easily before that was done, and my god, is that thunder so loud in my ears. Yeah, it's been a good year and a half, 2 years, and they finally got round to adding a recipe for packed ice, which is probably one of the best things that they could have done, because I've spent so many hours farming packed ice, and it takes so long to mine in the Bedrock edition, and I have no idea why. We need to get rid of a load of this garbage on us, and we've got so much junk in these chests already. Don't want you, you. So we can put our tridents back away. You can go in there. Oh, we want the crafting table just in. Actually, that can go away. We could craft torches on us. I've got a bunch of sticks and coal. We're going to want our proper chest plate on, because we're guaranteed to get beaten up by poisonous spiders and whatnot. So, whack that on. And is there anything else? That we don't really need rockets on us. Everything else seems okay. We've got a sword, got a bow, got some arrows. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of venture a bit. I may do a first person time lapse of me going through this. I'm not too sure, depending on how long it takes me to get through it. But I'm fairly sure that if we just crack a hole, oh, that'll work. And yeah, as you can see, like, what a massive mine shaft. I'm just going to follow it going that way and see where it takes us. So yeah, catch you back in a bit. Alright then guys, so I've been exploring this mine shaft for the better part of about an hour and a half to 2 hours now, and I have not managed to find a single bamboo thing. I honestly, with the amount of chests I've gone through now, I honestly don't think they are generating in these chests or the mob spawner chests. So yeah, and I've been mobbed, I've been attacked by every single thing that can spawn. And this drives me a little bit insane. I've searched ridiculous amounts of these minecart chests, and there's just so many spawners. Like, I'm a good 1500 blocks away in each direction from the Z and X coordinates. So that's what, about 3000 blocks away now I've travelled, and I can't find it. Now I've checked it up on a wiki, and according to the wiki, they can spawn in stacks of 1 to 3 in 50% of jungle chests. So I'm not too sure, because initially when the update came out, I heard that they could be found in all of the chests, like the randomly chest loot sort of things. Just make sure. Yeah, like I've been searching, and I know literally about 100%, well, near enough 100%, none of this area should have been loaded before. So all of this should be like new terrain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig my way to the surface, fly back towards where my spawn is. If I pass any jungles along the way, I know that it's pretty much pitch black for you guys at the moment, but if I pass any jungles along the way, I'll bring you back to see if we can't find the jungle temple, or to see if the bamboo forests have actually spawned, because according to the update and the change logs that I saw, the bamboo forest terrain generation had not been added in the official release. The only thing they said is that the bamboo shoots could be found in the loot chests, and I automatically assumed that was the minecart chests and the normal. I found countless amounts of saddles, horse armors, diamonds. There's tons of emerald ore down there. Emerald ore? Emerald ore, or emerald ores. Oh my god, how many times am I going to say that wrong? Emerald ore that I found down there as well. So I picked a few bits of that up. I got a load of diamonds, a load of iron, a load of gold, tons of golden apples, and enchanted apple. I think I found 2 of them as well, which is always handy to have when we next come up against a wither. I'm really going to have to sort out my inventory. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start heading back towards where our village is, and if I pass a... Alright, look at all the loot I've managed to find, it's ridiculous. If I manage to find a jungle, then I'll bring you back for that. So yeah, hopefully see you back shortly. Alright then guys, so I made it all the way back to base. I did not find any other jungle biomes flying over there, and then I done a bit of googling onto chunkbase.com, which shows you where like your slime chunks are, and you can also specify which biomes you're looking for. Now the only jungle biome within 6,000 blocks of me is the one that we've built our grid iron farm in, and I'm not too sure how far of this jungle we explored. Now I looked on the chunk base, and this jungle apparently stretches on for like well over 1,000 blocks. So I thought that we'd come over here and try our luck at finding bamboo, either generating or try to find a jungle temple that we haven't already discovered. We have discovered one already that's within our iron farm. Let me eat first, and I need some rockets on me. I haven't, my god, forget my H's. I have not even emptied my inventory yet. Oh, why does it keep on doing that? I've not even emptied my inventory yet. I'm still chock-a-block full of all the junk that we picked up going through the mine shafts. But I thought we'd just come over here quickly, have a look. Now that's the original jungle temple that I did find and I've already explored. So this iron farm still seems... I'm always worried about the villagers despawning. Ouch. Oh. Can I get some flight without hitting some vines? Clearly not. Yeah, I'm always worried about the villagers despawning, because there is quite a lot of them over here. There's 10 in each one, there's 9 farms, there's over 90 villagers here. But they all seem to be accounted for, as far as I can tell. But yeah, let's... oh my god, it's going to get to night time, isn't it, as soon as I start recording. And I've not actually slept for about 2 or 3 days in game, so I'm fairly sure the phantoms will be on my case if I don't sleep. So let's get to some ground. I did not want to throw you. I should have a bed on me. Oh, actually, I did sleep because I slept on the way back to base because it was getting to night time then, and I actually had a phantom spawn when I was flying. So, come on, let me sleep. Thank you. So, fingers crossed we have a little bit of luck over here. Just got to keep our eyes peeled. I don't know why I took my rockets off my hotbar and set something else I wasn't using. And again, into my offhand. And here we go. So, got to keep our eyes peeled for any bamboo. It definitely wouldn't be within this area. I got to go, Walt. Yeah, see, where it's like jittering there is where the newly terrain is now generating. So hopefully, fingers crossed, within this direction, we should come across something. What was that? Is that just an open cave area? Walt. Getting a lot of jittery around here where it's generating all of the trees and whatnot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on. Gotta be something around here. There is an awful lot of oak trees in the jungle biomes on the Bedrock edition though, isn't there? Compared to what the console edition and the Java edition's like, there seems to be a lot more. But this jungle is massive, so what was that? That's just sheep. I thought it might have been a panda. Yeah, tell me what you think, whether them adding a panda was a good idea. So, I personally think it's just another passive mob that hasn't... Oh, wicked. Jungle temple. Another passive mob that just takes up the sort of mob cap and doesn't drop anything or actually do anything unique. Seems like a bit of a waste, especially adding it to a version of Minecraft which is already struggling for the sort of pocket edition holders. Yeah, I can't be arsed to try to figure out the levers on this thing, but hopefully we won't get shot. Come over here. Just some more rubbish. But we still got... Oh. Still got one more chest to check without getting shot. Please, fingers crossed, please, 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 please. Fuck. Well, it looks like I'm carrying on looking then. That was probably going to be my one saving grace, because jungle temples are rare as it is. Oh, come on, get some flight. And I honestly have no idea which way I was heading. I'm just going to assume this way. I'm going to fly around, see if I can't spot any more jungle temples, and if I come across any, fingers crossed, bamboo patches or pandas, I guess I'll bring you back. Okay, so I don't think I'm even going to bother doing a cut there, because I flew for about 4 seconds and I managed to spot another jungle temple. Oh, yeah, it's proper jittery around here. Definitely having some issues loading everything. Right, yep, let's try this one. It says it's got a 50% chance of it being in the chests. So the odds are is that if this wasn't already generated, that there should be one. There we go, thank God for that. Oh, the struggles are real. I don't believe I wasted like nearly, what, a good 2 hours inside the mines? Just to come over here and within 5 minutes find it. Get rid of the bones, I'll take the iron. I'm getting shot. Thank you. What's the betting that this one has it in as well? Yep, just to rub salt in the wounds, why not? While we're here, we may as well, considering that this is now definitely 100% newly formed terrain, let's have a look around, see if we can't spot any pandas just for the lols. And there is a lot of melons here. I'm not too sure if getting flight to find them is going to be any easier. I'm definitely seeing sheep and parrots. Any pandas? It's like, wouldn't it be good that the pandas actually had like a use to them? Like if they was near your bamboo, that it would help it grow quicker? Or they could harvest the bamboo for you as an alternative to you making pretty much the exact same farm that you would use for sugarcane. That looks really cool. I do like the way that's formed. Like just the random pillars and spikes. Why is there more sheep around here? But there's another jungle temple there, but we're not going to bother looting that. Sorry about that. Can we see? Oh, there's some pandas. Hello, Mr. Panda. See, they don't actually do anything. Oh, this one's got a snotty nose. What's this guy looking at? I know that some of them have red eyes. And has everyone? Oh no, that's not snotty nose. That's just him being in the leaves. I would feed them bamboo to show you the animation, but I'm fairly sure that if you know anything about the update, that you would have seen the animations. And there's loads of people that are in the experimental and the beta that have already shown off all of the pandas and their animations, the different model types. Shut up, parrot. Go away. A little bit cool, but did they attack you and you hit them? You hostile? Yes, yes, they are definitely hostile. Did they drop anything? They drop bamboo! Oh my god. I should have went hunting for pandas. Oh, they make such a bad noise when you kill them though. I'm not too worried about them dying, to be honest with you, because there's no way I'm going to try to get them all the way back to base from wherever the hell this is. And if I knew that that was the case, I would have just kept on killing mobs and then reloading the jungle area that I was in, because they can obviously spawn anywhere in the jungle areas. What's that? That's just a log. I thought that was a random chest, but I've never been around here before. Yeah, so we got the bamboo. We're going to head back to base and hopefully... That's just a sheep. Let's see, there's another panda. Yeah, so if I knew that in advance, I'd have just went straight to the jungle and saved myself about 3 hours in total of flapping about looking for bamboo. But yeah, I guess I'll catch you back at base. See you in a bit. Alright then guys, so we're back at base now. I finally sorted out my inventory so it's not completely full of absolute garbage. I'm seriously going to have to do something about my storage situation because I'm running out of room rapidly here. I've got quite a few shulker boxes, like spare and empty, and just a ton of stuff that just takes up like one slot each. I was hoping some of these things would stack by now, especially like the saddles and that, because it's just a pain trying to store them. My sorting system's going, sorting out all the other bits and pieces, but what I thought that we would do is to actually... rather than create a whole new farm, now the sugarcane itself, I'm going to want, I don't know why I'm breaking all the glass, I'm actually going to want a industrial size sugarcane farm, whilst the bamboo I actually want just to continuously make whilst I'm in the area because it's more convenient than anything else. So my plan is actually I'm just going to utilise this farm here, replace it for bamboo, and then after... What do you mean after? Yeah, after I've done the massive hostile and passive mob farm, after I finish that off, and we get started on the industrial area, that's when I'm going to do a proper sugarcane farm. Because we're going to be using the sugarcane to make paper, do large quantities of trading with our villagers, that we're going to want huge amounts of it. While the bamboo, we're just going to need enough to make us scaffolding. And that is pretty much it. So... yeah, I'm hoping that these actually plant. Yeah, they do. And they plant all weird, don't they? So let's just do one of them. We're going to need to make sure that we've got room in this thing down here. That should be fine for a sec. Break you. Have something to eat. Yeah, so when we get round to doing our industrial zone, I have been thinking about it, and I've sort of landed on a style that I'm quite happy with and I think would look really good for industrial area, and it's called a sort of brick and brass design, where it's sort of the majority of it is going to be in red brick, but I'm hoping that an update comes out that brings out like the granite half slab stairs and walls, so that way we can do a lot more detail in our builds. So I want to utilize sort of building palette of the stone bricks, because I don't think you can get away with a sort of industrial area without having some sort of stone. And then we're going to be using a lot of the red bricks and the granite, polished granite, and hopefully the granite stairs, slabs and whatnot. So that's my plan for the industrial area, and that area is going to be massive and very laggy by the time we finish building there. What am I looking for? I'm actually looking for some bone meal. I know that one of these have tons of bones in. Well, not tons, but we've got a fair bit. And then, oh, thank God for that, nothing's taken the slot. We'll want to make sugar. What can I make? Oh, sugar cane. Oh yeah, they've changed it so you make white dye out of bone meal for some reason. They changed that. I can understand it with the ink sac, because now the ink sac I believe gives you, oh look, one's grown. I believe it gives you 2, what is it, black dye per ink sac, if I've got that right. So if we go to that, or is it just the one? Is it just the one? Really, just, that is such a waste of time then, isn't it? I thought it'd at least give you 2, but it's literally just a 1-for-1. It looks like it's morning time. I don't even know where to put this black dye. Just, why did they just want to add an extra step into the process of doing this stuff? So let me get this glass. I don't want it all being kicked out. And that area is ready. If we just run along, and we can't run along because that happens. We'll keep on doing this just so we get a few bits. So I'm going to do this, lay out the rest of the bamboo, and then once we've got enough to make some scaffolding for us to do our achievement of the day. So yes, I'll catch you back shortly. I don't know why the achievements aren't registering. I've done at least 3 of them so far. I tried the slime block one in between cuts as well. I recorded that and that one didn't register, so I was like, okay, well, I'll try a different one. And that one's not registered, so it looks like we're foregoing the achievement part of today's episode. Today's episode has just been like a waste of time, bit after bit. The only good thing so far that's come out of today is that we did finally manage to get some, I was about to say sugarcane, some bamboo. And we have managed to actually start growing that. So we've got scaffolding on the go, which means I'm going to have to add that to, I don't know what chest, would that be utilities, you reckon? I was looking for the skelly head, it's on me. Okay, skelly head. I think utilities chest or its own chest for buildings that are going to be very tall, should I say? And we're going to have to find something. I really need to think about it. Oh my god, there's so much I need to do. It's driving me insane. I want to get a decent storage system sorted out that can actually hold. I was wondering what that noise was. That can hold the amount of items that they keep on adding to the game. And once they add all of the, whatchamacallits, half slab stairs and walls, then it's going to chew up even more room, so I'm going to need an even bigger thing, because at the moment, like, my diorite thing here is holding all 3 different types. Now imagine every one of them types have its own polish variation, its own half slab stairs and wall variation as well. And I'm going to be using all of these blocks to add more details into builds, and it's going to take up so much more room. I need a better storage system. I need to do so much that I want to get done, and it's just that one project is holding me back so much that it's just taking longer and longer and longer. You know what? All this bone meal can go into there for now. Then we just grab them, put the dyes into there. Yeah, I've named these 2 just Colourful 1 and Colourful 2. That's just got random bits of coloured stuff in, like concretes and terracottas and glass and dyes and all sorts. So I think for today that's going to do it. I know this episode's been all over the shop for me. I know it's been all over the shop for me, and it may seem a little bit all over the place for you watching as well, considering that we didn't exactly get too much done. That's purely because getting the bamboo took way longer than what I anticipated. Getting the bamboo was only meant to be about 5 minutes of the episode. That was it. I was planning to be able to go to that mine shaft, run down, find a chest that hasn't been loaded yet, open it up, there's the bamboo, happy days, bring it back, set this all up. And no, it's just chewed up the entire episode. It's like a good 2 to 3 hours in the mine shaft, and then another 20 minutes, half hour over in the jungle, getting to the jungle and back, and it's just been a little bit all over the place. So I do apologise that I've not managed to get more done in today's episode, but I do assure you in the next episode we are going to be taking on the hostile and passive mob farm. It will probably be either in 2 parts or just a very, very long episode. And fingers crossed that all comes out, because I'm going to be working on that over next week. It's going to take a lot of grindy, because I still need to do all of the waterways, lay all the glass, actually gather the sand to smelt the glass. So yeah, just a lot of work behind the scenes to get that done. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode either way, considering it didn't exactly go to plan. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.